All right, welcome and good morning. Oh, you know what? I'm going to turn my light on, make it a little easier for the camera. There we go. A little bit easier to pick me up. Okay, well, good morning. It's great to see all of you. And let's go ahead and get started in our comfortable seated posture. And I do want you to be comfortable. So you can use a folded blanket or a towel or a pillow under your hips. If sitting cross-legged doesn't feel good, go ahead and stretch your leg out or both legs out, okay? Or move just a little bit in this as we sit. So we're gonna begin with either the hands on the knees or in your lap. I'm actually gonna teach you something. I'm gonna teach you a breathing technique that you could use at any time during the day when things get a little crazy. If you need to just if you got 5 minutes, you need to slow down. And it's nice, you place your hands like this with the palms facing upward on your lap. And then I'm going to close my eyes, but you can watch me for a moment. Okay. And then as you inhale, you're going to raise your hands up. And then as you exhale, it's like you're filling up with air. And then as you exhale, it's like you're pushing the air down. And emptying completely. And then the palms face upward. And it's like you're filling up with air. So it's almost like your hands are moving like where the air is filling up. So I want you to try that for a moment. And then exhale, your hands press down. Sometimes that can help you take an even deeper breath, right? So let's do that for a few breaths. If it feels good to use the hands, go ahead. If not, you can just rest them in your lap. Counting the length of your inhale and exhale can also help to even out your breath, deepen it. Good, and just rest for a moment, hands in the lap. You want to sit nice and tall, lengthen from the base of the spine, all the way up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. Allow your awareness to come right here to this moment. So if you're thinking, about other things or things you need to do today, see if you can keep drawing it back. So that way your Hatha yoga practice, your gentle yoga, becomes like a meditation, that you're constantly coming back to this moment, quieting the mind, allowing your breath to deepen. And with your next exhale, let's bring the chin forward. Slowly hang your head down. Draw your chest towards your chin and just hold for a moment. Relax your shoulders, relax your upper back. And roll your head to the side so your face is forward. Let your ear hang toward the shoulder. You can relax your jaw. And around to the back. Let your head go back. And over to the other side. Good. Let your head come back down to the front. We'll do a few slow circles. Inhale, roll your head to the back. And exhale, come back to the front. Okay, still following the breath. And if your mind wanders, just keep drawing it back to this moment. And do the same number of circles to each side. So you can switch sides. Good, and just let your head hang down. Clasp your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head, and add a little bit of weight to that stretch. And bring your head back up. Okay, place one hand on the head. With your other hand, so I have my right hand on top of my head. With my left hand, I'm gonna actually take it behind my back so the palm is facing outward. You just take your hand, and you can, depending on how comfortable you are, you can try to bring your hand up further onto the back so you're feeling a little bit of a stretch here. Your hand is on your head. Gently draw the ear towards your shoulder and stretch. And just notice how that feels. Now what I'm going to have you do is rotate so that your chin goes down, kind of towards your shoulder in that direction. Good. And then bring your head back, right? So your chin is facing forward. And then go ahead and let your head come up and relax. Good. So you're feeling that all through here and along the side of the neck. Let's do the other side. So you can bring your opposite arm or your right arm behind you. I'm placing my left hand on my head, and then gently just drop the ear toward the shoulder. Ooh, that's a good stretch. And you might notice that you're tighter on one side than the other. I have that. Good. And then from here, I want you to drop your chin down, kind of towards the shoulder in that direction. And then slowly bring your chin back so it's forward. Good. And bring your head back up and go ahead and let your arm come down and then undo. Good. All right, arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up. So you're going to stretch and clasp your hands together. Let the palms reach up. And as you exhale, you're going to lean to one side. Nice stretch. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to center. And exhale. Good, and bring yourself back up. Let's draw back slightly with those arms. And let your fingertips touch. Inhale. As you exhale, reach out. And then turn your palms down and reach behind your back. So now you're going to clasp your hands together. Gently roll your shoulders back and hold. Good, and relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Fingertips touch your shoulders. And go in and back and around. Good, let's do the opposite direction. And relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. Okay, and rock the feet in and out. Kind of loosen up those hips. Good. All right, I was thinking we'll start on our backs today. We'll do something a little bit different. And so if you want extra padding, you can put your blanket down or your towel. If you're on a hard floor or whatever. And then go ahead and come on down. Draw the knees into your chest as you come down. All right. Clasp your hands across your legs, or just hold onto each knee and then rock a little bit. I want you to take a nice deep breath here. And just let go of all that tension down your spine. And notice how you're feeling. Always as you're going through your Hatha yoga class, practice your awareness. Practice being aware of how you're feeling, not judging it, right? Just noticing. Good. All right, holding onto those knees, let's make a circle with the knees. So you're going to roll them out away from you and draw them in. So now you're kind of feeling like you're massaging your tailbone area. Good, and we'll change direction. right, let's place the feet down on the mat and open your feet wide. So you have one foot on either edge of your mat. Drop your right knee down towards your left foot and just hold for a moment. Bring that knee to center. Drop your left knee down towards your right foot and hold. Good, and go back and forth. Drop one knee, and then the other knee. Good. Bring your knees back to center, feet about hip distance. I'm going to have you draw your right knee all the way into your chest. Clasp your hands across your knee, and you can rotate that right foot. Rotate the ankle. Make a big circle, and let's change direction. All right, clasp your hands behind your leg. Extend your leg straight up towards the ceiling. See if you can straighten the leg. So if your leg is bending, just lower it a little bit. Try to straighten it, push through the heel. That'll increase that stretch. And then I want you to flex your foot so you're pointing your toes towards the ceiling. And then you can flex it, drawing the toes towards you. One more time, point. And then draw the toes towards you. Good. Let's have you bend your knee. You're going to lay this right ankle across your left knee. And then just place your hand on your right leg and gently bounce that knee away from you. Kind of loosening up that right hip this morning. All right, and then from here, you can bring the legs in. Your right hand is going to go through the legs, and you'll clasp your hands together across that left leg. So it might be across the shin or behind the thigh, whatever feels comfortable for you. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed, resting flat on the floor. If it feels good to move or rock gently just a little bit from side to side, you can add that in. And take a couple of breaths here. All right, let's go ahead and undo the legs and we'll do the other side. So you're gonna place your right foot down onto the mat, your knee is bent, draw your left knee in, rotate your ankle, make a big circle with your foot, and change direction. Okay, clasp your hands behind that left leg, extend it straight up, push out through the heel and just hold for a moment. Try to straighten the leg if you can, and then point your toes towards the ceiling. You're gonna feel that right through your ankle. And then push the heel towards the ceiling. You're drawing the toes towards you. You'll feel that in the calf. Point your toes, flex your foot, draw the toes towards you. Good. Now bend your knee. Let's lay that left ankle right across your right knee. Put your left hand on your leg and just gently bounce that knee away from you. So you're kind of loosening up your hip. And then from here, I'm going to have you bring both legs in. Your left hand goes through the legs. You're going to clasp your hands across that right leg, maybe across the shin or behind the leg, whatever's comfortable. Neck and shoulders are flat and relaxed on the mat, so you're comfortable. And then if it feels good to rock just a little bit, you can add that in. Take a couple of breaths here. All right, let's go ahead and undo the legs. Place your feet down on the mat. We're going to do one more stretch before we get up, and I'm going to have you place the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out to the side. This is your butterfly pose, but you're resting flat on your back. Your lower back will want to arch just a little bit, so let it do that. Don't try to press your back into the floor, just let it relax. And let the knees fall out to the side. We're going to breathe here for a moment. Try to get comfortable in your posture. Slow, easy breath. Good, and then just hold on to the outsides of your legs. You're going to use your hands to help bring those knees back together. Draw them into your chest one more time to relax your back. All right, we're going to come to a seated posture. You can either roll to your side and use your arms and hands to help you come up, or you can hold on to the backs of your legs, swing your feet, rock right up into a seated posture. All right. Good, and then from here, I'm actually going to have you come right over onto your hands and knees. You've already got, some of you are using a blanket, so you've already got that on your mat for extra padding. And let's just do a little more now with the neck, shoulders, the spine, the lower back. And we'll do a few cat and dog tail stretches. You're going to tuck your chin in as you exhale. Arch your back, look up and inhale. Feel that stretch also through your abdomen. It's a good stretch. All right, with your next exhale, let's bring the hips all the way back to your heels. Forehead to the mat, reach forward through the fingertips and just relax for a moment and stretch. Good, come right back up onto the hands and knees. Let's do a balancing posture, and this will also build some strength. So I'm gonna have you start by extending your right leg straight out behind you. Find a point to stare at, focus on. And then you're gonna take your left hand or arm and reach forward, like you're reaching for opposite sides of the room. Good, and hold. All right, go ahead and lower your hand and your leg, and let's do the other side. Extend that left leg straight out. Get your balance, find your focal point, and extend the right arm. Reach out through the fingertips. Good, and relax. Okay, sit back towards that left heel, reach over to the right, and get a nice stretch all along the left side of your body and through that lower back, and just hold. Let your head and neck just be relaxed and sort of hang. All right, come back up onto your hands and knees. Let's do the other side. Sit back towards the right heel, twist over to the left and stretch. And 2. And 3. Good, and we'll come back up to center. We'll do the half pigeon pose. This is a great one for the hips. We're gonna draw your right knee forward, turn your heel in, stretch your left leg all the way back. Just look forward as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you can come on down. So you can kind of rest on your elbows like this, on your forearms, or you can bring your forehead down to your forearms. And again, go back to the breath, try to relax into the posture. If it feels good, you might even rock your hips just gently, a little bit from side to side. There's a great saying in yoga, and that is that the yoga teacher awakens the teacher within you, right? And so I want you, as you go through your yoga practice, to be practicing your awareness, noticing how you're feeling, noticing the breath, even noticing the thoughts as they come up into your mind, and then, you know, kind of trust your own intuition in these postures, right? Move more deeply into them using the breath, but also, you know, what feels good. Good. Let's go ahead and come back up. We're going to put the hands firmly on the mat. Now we'll use the downward dog as a transition, so build a little strength as well in our upper arms or in our bodies. So you're going to go onto the ball of the back foot, press into the mat, and draw your right foot back. So you're in this downward facing dog. You can bend your knees slightly, keep lifting your hips towards the ceiling, and press back and hold. And take a nice deep breath. You can do the runner stretch where you bend one knee, push the opposite heel to the mat. Great stretch for those calves. Good. Bring your shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. We're going to do the other side. So your left knee comes all the way up. Turn your left heel in. Stretch your right leg back. And inhale as you look forward and stretch. And then exhale as you come on down. You can rest your forehead right down onto your forearms and relax. And take a nice deep breath. Again, if it feels good to rock the hips a little bit or stretch a little bit, you know, kind of move them gently. I can usually get a little better stretch that way. And go ahead and bring yourself up. Hands firmly onto the mat. One more time, downward dog. You're going to lift and step your left foot back and stretch. Pressing that floor away from you. Lots of nice strong arms. All right, bring your shoulders forward, let your knees come down. We're going to bring the chest down between the hands. I want you just to be leaning kind of over your hands and lower yourself down. So the elbows bend right by your sides, okay? And then from here, slowly peel up into a cobra. Don't let the shoulders hunch by the ears, just keep them down and back and stretch. And then we'll do the opposite stretch by bringing your hips to your heels into the half tortoise and round out your back. Good. Walk yourself up using your hands. You're going to come into a kneeling posture. Let's stretch out your toes. So curl the toes under, sit back on your heels for a moment and just hold. Good. And then from here, let's come up to a standing posture. You can just slide your blanket or towel off to the side and go ahead and come right back up. All right. So let's start back so you can see me better. Start with the hands by the sides. We'll start in our Tadasana posture. So just get your balance for a moment. Center yourself. Good. Inhale, reach out and up. And stretch. Let the fingertips touch. You're reaching to the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. And then inhale as you come up. And exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale as you come up. And exhale. Good. And come right back to center. Inhale as you exhale. Let's fold. We'll do our vinyasa a few times to stretch out those hamstrings. Hands come onto the legs. Draw your chest forward. So you're kind of flattening out your back. Inhale. As you exhale, fold again into your front bend. And now inhale, reach and come all the way back up. And you can even look up at your thumbs and arch back slightly if you want to add in a little more stretch. And then exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, draw your chest forward. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And inhale, reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. Reach now, come all the way up. Back to the heart. Inhale and exhale. Draw the chest forward. And let's do one more. Exhale as you fold. Chest forward, inhale. Exhale as you fold. And reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Good, and just pause for a moment. And relax. All right, let's place the hands on the hips. We'll add to our front bend stretch. You can start on either side. You're going to step one foot over the other foot. And if you need a little more balance, just have that foot out in front and you can give yourself some space between the feet. Or you can bring the small toes towards each other to get challenge yourself a little bit more. Inhale, as you exhale, fold into the front bend. Go ahead and let your arms hang. Let your head hang. Good. And then bring the chest up, hands to your hips. Go ahead and come back up. Let's do the other side. So you're going to cross your other foot over. Inhale, as you exhale, fold into your front bend. Let your arms hang and your head hang. Good. And then draw yourself up. Right back up to standing. And go ahead and undo the legs. Okay, we're going to open the feet wide. I'm going to have you step out onto your mat and have your toes point straight ahead. This way you're not going to slip on the mat. You're nice and firm. All right. So arms on the legs. You can start on either side. I'm going to extend one arm out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slide that other arm down your leg. And inhale as you come on up, and exhale, let your arm come down. Good. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, slide your arm down. Inhale as you come on up. And exhale, let your arm come down. Let's do that again. Reach up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as you come up. And exhale, and one more. Good. And inhale and exhale. Okay, hands on the hips for balance. You're going to come forward into your front bend. Go ahead and let your head hang and then release your hands down to the floor. Reach over to the right leg and draw your head towards your knee. So you can hold on to the right ankle or calf and draw your head towards your knee. And now reach over to the left leg. Do the same thing. Good. Bring yourself back to center. And go ahead and draw your chest up, hands into your hips for balance. Okay, just step your feet in, so a little closer. We're gonna come down to the floor, so we'll do that with the front bend, so feet are hip distance. Fold into your front bend. Reach out to the floor in front of you and come down into your squat. Good, just hold for a moment. All right, from here, we're gonna sit down, so carefully come down to the floor, and you can stretch your legs out in front of you. All right. Okay, let's open both legs out. We'll do some of our seated exercises. So If you want the blanket underneath your hips, if you find that you fall back just a little bit in this posture, it's difficult to sit up tall, right? You can use this blanket to sit on and raise your hips up just a little bit and make it more comfortable for you. All right, so we're going to start with another side stretch. You're going to take your hand and reach over to the opposite leg. Inhale as you reach up and exhale as you stretch all the way out towards your toes or towards the wall. And don't worry, it doesn't matter how far down you go into the posture. What you're paying attention to is that opposite stretch, right? The stretch along your opposite side, and breathe. And then inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. We're going to switch over. Inhale and exhale as you reach out. And 2, and 3. And inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. Go ahead and lean forward into your stretch. And then from here, you can move from side to side, leg to leg. Good. Bring yourself back to center. Go ahead and draw yourself up. And let's draw the soles of your feet together right into a butterfly pose. And you can bounce your knees a little bit. Lean forward into your butterfly pose. So you're drawing the chest forward in this one. If it feels good to press down gently, sometimes I'll add to the stretch. Imagine that you're lengthening from the hips out towards the knees. So it's kind of this idea of, again, lengthening outwards and stretching, and then you can bring your chest forward. Just kind of work with your body and see what feels comfortable. And relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Help your knees in. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out. All right, we're going to do the cow face posture. In this one, you tuck one leg under, cross the other leg on top. So ideally, you'll have one knee on top of the other, but it is okay if it's more open. That's fine. You're still going to get a good stretch. Okay, and this is targeting the piriformis muscles, the glutes. Sit up real nice and tall, and then lean forward into the stretch. Go back to focusing on the breath, relaxing into the posture. Okay, go ahead and bring your chest back up, and let's switch. Tuck the opposite leg under, cross it over, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And go ahead and bring yourself up and undo the legs and stretch those legs out. Rock your feet in and out a few times. Good. All right, we're going to do one more stretch before we go down onto our backs. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing the same direction as you, which I think makes it easier for this posture. So I'm going to have you lean onto your right hip. Take your left foot back. And then place the sole of your right foot against your left knee. Okay, so my foot is touching my left knee. Twist to the right and just come down onto your elbows. All right, so you can just rest here and feel that stretch through your abdomen, maybe through your lower back. There is a variation you could add in. You don't have to do this. If you want to add a shoulder stretch, you take the back of your left hand, place it on the mat, slide it through behind your right arm, and you're going to lean down onto your left shoulder and your left ear. And just hold. And take a few deep breaths. Good, and then slowly untwist. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Let's do the other side. All right, so we're gonna lean over onto the left hip. Take your right leg back. Put the sole of your left foot against your right knee and twist to the left. And then come down onto your forearms. And if you're adding in that shoulder stretch, you can take the back of your right hand, put it on the mat, slide it through behind that left arm, lean onto your right shoulder and down onto the right ear. Okay, so that's an optional stretch. And focus on your breath. Good, and then slowly untwist and bring yourself back up. And come over onto your seat, stretch your legs out. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, let's reach forward towards these toes. We're gonna add in the sitting crane pose where you're gonna bounce or gently rock like you're reaching for the wall in front of you, or reaching for your toes. Good, and then just stop for a moment and you can hold on to your feet or your calves or just put your hands beside, you can even kind of press yourself forward and just hold for a moment. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Okay, so we're gonna go onto our backs now. We'll do a relaxation, as I mentioned at the very beginning. Today we're just going to do the 45 minutes of Hatha Yoga. I'll do a relaxation with you, and then we'll end class. We're not gonna actually add in the pranayama the last 15 minutes for today, but we'll do that next week. So go ahead and bring yourself down onto your back. Draw your knees in one more time and relax your back. Let's place the feet on the mat hip distance, and you're going to raise your hips up into a nice bridge posture. And hold. Good. Inhale as you exhale, roll back down and draw your knees back in one more time. And now stretch yourself all the way down onto your mat. Let your arms rest by your sides with your palms facing upward. Close your eyes softly and take a nice deep breath. In and out through your nose. And just allow the floor to support your body. No effort. Relaxing through the top of the head, down through the face. Relax your jaw, your shoulders down to your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath. Relax down through the torso and from the hips down the legs to your feet and your toes. Now bring your awareness to the point between your eyebrows and imagine at this point a blue ball of light. And this light represents life force energy, pranic energy, chi energy. Whatever word you want to give it, and imagine that this light is going to move through your body, this life force energy, connecting the dots or the meridians, the nadis, and bringing sort of a sense of balance, peace, healing to your body. So bring your awareness to the point between your eyebrows and imagine that blue ball of radiant light. And that blue ball of light now moves down to the base of your throat. It radiates to your right shoulder, down the arm to your right elbow. Now see that blue ball of light at your right wrist. At the tip of your big thumb, your first finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. The blue ball of light is at your right wrist. It moves up the arm to your right elbow, all the way up to the right shoulder, and back to the base of your throat. See that blue ball of light at your left shoulder. It moves down the arms to your left elbow and down to your left wrist. The blue ball of light is at the tip of your left thumb, your first finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. The blue ball of light is at your left wrist. And this healing energy and light moves up to your left elbow. It moves up to your left shoulder. And now back to the base of your throat. See that blue ball of light as it moves down to your heart center, over to your right chest, your lungs, back to the heart, and over to your left chest and lung, and back to your heart center. See that blue ball at your navel center, down to your pelvis. The blue ball of light is at your right hip, down the leg to your right knee, and all the way down to your right ankle. Imagine that blue ball of healing light at the tip of your big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and small toe. And that blue ball of light is at your right ankle. It moves up the leg to your right knee and to your right hip and back to your pelvis. The blue ball of light is at your left hip, down the leg to your left knee, all the way down to your left ankle. And see that blue ball of light at the tip of your big left toe and the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, small toe. The blue ball of light is at your left ankle. It moves up the leg to your left knee, to your left hip. See that blue ball of light at your pelvis. It moves up to your navel center, your heart center, the base of your throat, and the point between your eyebrows. And just relax for a moment. Deeply relaxed, filled with pranic life force energy. And now slowly take a deep breath. Start to bring your awareness back just by moving your fingers and your toes. A nice way to come out of your relaxation or meditation is to do the palming exercise, where you take your hands, you rub them together, make them warm. And then just place those warm hands over your eyes, blocking out all the light. Open your eyes into your palms and relax your gaze. This is a good exercise if you're on the computer all day, you get some eye strain. This will help to relax your eyes. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the hands away. Focus for a moment on your hands. And then go ahead and let your hands come down. All right. So I want to wish you a great day, everyone. We're going to close the class, bring the hands to the heart for a moment. And then eyes are open. Namaste. All right. These videos, I'm posting them on the Candace Rose Yoga on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch them or share them with your family and friends. You guys have a great day.